Good morning, everybody. Welcome to London Station. Hope you're having a good start to your Saturday. Hope you enjoyed the extra hour of sleep, because I did. Let's see. I've got a couple things set up wrong. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix this. Rushing in the morning. I tell you what, though, I'm running a little behind and harried because two reasons. One, I ate food, which was good and is recommended. Because I almost didn't. I almost was just like, I'm running short on time. But then I thought, nope. What will the chat say if I don't eat breakfast? So I did. And I did that for you. More for you than me. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Getting set up here. I feel like... Anyway, that's for my own thoughts. We're playing Astroprisma again today. Episode 10. We've got some things to resolve from the end of last session. And we'll get into that in just a little bit. Go through a little recap, and we'll catch back up and write some scenes. Hey, Hippo. Oh, hold on. This screen is all wrong. Zoop. Please. Thank you, computer. Oh, yeah. This is new, too. Yeah. I changed. I got a pair of pink socks. Put a pink sock over the microphone. That came out of... Okay, so... my friend Tima Utsugi, they were like, oh, I got a new, microphone, PNG design for my model for when I'm doing, singing and stuff like that. And I'm just like, God, why do you guys make VTubing look so cool with all your cool little assets and your cool little things that change and are dynamic and fun? And then I was like, maybe I'll just glam up my microphone a little bit. Perfectly matches my shirt, too. The other reason I was running late is because I literally had a different shirt on 10 minutes ago, and then I spilled coffee all over it. So I was like, luckily I have multiple cute pink shirts now. So not a huge issue or challenge. I think I'm ready. I've got dice in front of me. We need to actually, as a group, have a conversation with this die. So if you have anything you want to say to this die, now would be the time to do it. This is your moment to shame this die, if you're so inclined. Or maybe we could appeal to its better nature. This die was not our friend last week. It did very many bad things to us. So I am giving the set another chance. I could have switched it out. I could have gone back to these guys. But I didn't. We're trusting in the Nova dice. I call them the Nova dice because of the color scheme. Anyhow, that's enough rambling to get started, isn't it? Click this button. Haha. Look at all the things that still work. And the music volume should be good, because I have not touched it. So it should be fine. Here's the deal. If you didn't watch last week's episode, I'm not going to say leave, but we're going to go straight into spoilers. We started last episode up here. We had just completed our mission, our 5-favor faction mission to fight some ISF guys. They were traveling with a big cache of weapons that we wanted to interrupt and disrupt, and so we did so. So that's where we started, and then we came down here. We found this planet Styx, which is a... Was this the Centaur planetoid? I gotta refresh myself. I think it was. Oh, I gotta scroll down through so many entries. Where is it? Yeah, okay, this was a faction encounter with Medusa, and they had this kind of rogue planetoid where they had this anti-grav technology set up, and then we get attacked by a cyber terrorist, which we won. We did very well, and that was great. Everybody's happy. However, we decided that what it meant is that they were using this as a attack strategy. They were going to train soldiers in anti-grav combat, and then they were going to sneak into locations, places of interest to them, and deploy these anti-grav devices, and then have a swarm of troops who are trained to handle that kind of combat swarm in and take over. So this was a plan that was between ISF and Medusa, and we were reasoning that probably this weapon shipment was heading here, And then we took one more step over here, and we had another faction encounter with ISF, and we found a small moon. Thank you, Hippo. And it was New Child, I believe, is the moon in question. Yeah. So there's like a gem crystal mine going on this moon, and there's a bunch of exploited clones here. And so we figured this clone operation is probably also related to training these anti-grav soldiers to be, a menace to the solar system. So it all kind of told this very nice, neat narrative. And we had a very simple combat, one that we've done multiple times before against two, what is their stat block? Mercenaries, I think, that work for ISF. And we've beat them before. We beat them alone, and we beat them with Pearl. And this time the dice were not with us. And to the point where they dropped Pearl down to 0 health, and we had to decide if we were going to do anything about that heavy-handed GM side. And I did call back to very early on, maybe episode 2 of this series, where I said, if there comes a time that someone would die, I will allow OO to sacrifice themselves to protect them. So we lost OO. Yeah, everything definitely did go wrong here. Speaking of things going wrong, I will continue talking, but I found one more thing that is wrong with the stream right now, so I'm going to fix that. So I didn't write that scene in the moment, and I always say this. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll write the scene over the week, and then I'll read it when we start, and I never do. But I almost did this time. So we finished up the mechanical bookkeeping. Yes, OO, the real one. Pour one out for OO. Is this the one? So we need to write sort of a farewell scene. Sadly. Wait, no, it did update. Hold on, I'm confused. Maybe everything is fine. Okay, all right, whatever. It's fine. Disregard. So anyway, we got to write that scene. And then decide what to do next. As you can see, we have a lot that we could potentially explore. But we did kind of wrap up the bookkeeping. We came down through here, which is where we picked Flare back up, and now he's officially on the crew, and we ended at Gemini Field. Just to get here and resolve all the buying of fuel and bringing Flare on the ship and like buying all of his special abilities and all that stuff. So we do have quite a bit of writing to do to start things off today. So we're going to go to the scene writing screen and bang that out. And then we have two kind of options for how we want to handle today. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already known locations that we can explore. And that might or might not be a good idea. It means that we know what we won't get. We won't get faction encounters there. Which could be good because we're still kind of going to be limping after losing OO. And we got to rethink like what Pearl is going to do with her inventory and everything. So she should probably take the energy cells back. Well, we only have 1 left, so okay, that's easy. That was easy. I don't know why the formatting does this weird thing sometimes, but you know what? It's all right. It's okay. Yeah, so I guess she's just going to be shooting people, healing, and energy selling us. Meanwhile, we gave the gravity rifle to Flare. That's right, and the laser accelerator, so we don't hold these anymore. And the reflex sight. So Flare's going to be kind of DPSing for us. Flash rounds, why not? And we, meanwhile, are just going to be straight hacking people as best as we can. So we need to make some money. We need to get some gear. Because as we push higher up into the faction count, we're going to find things are going to get a little harder. So we will take a mission, likely, today. Maybe we'll do 2 missions, even. And then the mission will kind of tell us where we want to go, and where we are supposed to go will kind of give us some insight of where we can conveniently travel otherwise. Other than that, though, we've got 6 hexes left to explore. And then we lead our Warg faction up to 10 right here, and that'll be it. You know what? Also, since we had to take OO out of the chat box, sadly, can I transform this? I can. Let's put Cadence down here. In the chat box. All right. So, that's what we have in front of us today. Excuse me. So we're going to pivot straight into this scene, and I will get to writing. I think I have an idea of how I might frame this scene too. So we'll see how it comes out. In the meantime, enjoy the chill vibes. Alright, we're back. A little lengthy. Kind of just let this take me where it took me, so it's not your traditional scene, but I like it. The last few weeks are a blur. We're still numb from the loss of Owo, and Flair can tell. We've picked him up now. There was some trouble with his cybertech, and he needed to spot a scrap to get it resolved. But he saw the melancholy all over our faces, and saw the heap of inactive metal that had been Owo. We didn't bury him or anything of the sort, not even sure we'd have the materials to do it. Eventually, Flair felt bold enough to ask. Not me. I'm about as approachable as an ISF checkpoint right now. So he went to Pearl. You want to talk about it? He asks her. Pearl is in the middle of tinkering in the engine room. It's what she does when she needs to think. She shrugs. Not sure what there is to talk about, she lies. Captain looks like hell, Flair says and leans against the bulkhead. You've been up in the guts of the engines for a few days straight. Don't take this the wrong way, but you two used to be kind of fun. And you used to be the sort of person who might take a contract to kill fun people like us. Pearl fires back. Things change. Ouch. Very ouch, but an obvious deflection. He's munching idly on a protein bar, the crinkle of its wrapper punctuating his nonchalance. I know who I am, Pearl. Know what I've done, too. And with whom, he adds with a wink. Take your flirtatious ass elsewhere, Flair, she snaps. Nah, he says pointedly, and takes the final bite of the bar, crinkling up the wrapper and setting it on Pearl's workbench, where it unfurls slowly. Like I said, Cadence is a wall, and she's not even here. Pulling a mission for us, I'd guess. There's a pregnant pause. You sure you don't want to talk about almost dying? He asks. We could swap near-death stories, he says with a hint of levity. No, I don't want to fucking talk about it, Pearl shouts back. She's pulled her arms out from the depths of the engine components and squares off with him. Ah, hello, Flair says with a smirk. There she is. Fuck you, Pearl says, and pushes past him to walk into the cabin, wiping her arms on a shop rag. She stops when she gets near Owo's inactive body and sighs, then deliberately steps to the far side of the cargo bay opposite the inert combat drone and makes for the cabin. She sits back in one of the command chairs and kicks her feet up on the dash. Flair follows, takes the seat alongside and leans forward, his elbows on his knees, looking out the viewing windows at the ship bay of Gemini Field. Warg operatives hustle back and forth, some moving cargo, some clearly deploying for guerrilla action. Neither of them look at each other. I'm just saying. I'm glad it wasn't you, he says. After a moment, Pearl slumps into the chair even further. Me too, she says. Then she learns that sometimes, when the stars align, Flair can keep his mouth shut at the right moments. There we have it. Wrapped it all up into one little scene. So, onward. It didn't capture all the details of, like, the clones and you know, what happened after that, but I don't, you know, like I said, I went where the scene told me, and I'm more interested in the interpersonal moments, so that's what you get. We know what the situation is between those spots, so that's what's important. Thank you, Hippo. Thank you. Yeah, I love me some character moments. Did we do all the traveling? Yeah, we did. Oh, you know what? Also, we rolled a random Oracle thing last time saying regression was going to be the word for Pearl and Cadence, and I think that kind of captured it. I'm satisfied with that. I don't need to go super dark and awful with it. So, okay, we need to generate a mission so we know kind of what direction we want to head strategically. So, I will roll 4d10. See what we get for a mission. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, this will be interesting. So the mission we just pulled is, and this goes back to earlier traumas. Fabricate explosives with the materials provided inside a secret stash. Gain as many random grenades as your tech stat. Okay, also, the location is a crater moon, which I think New Child was. So that'll be interesting to go back to. Complication, which we won't know until we get there. We will be attacked by a military drone that tries to shoot us. Drone operator can't be far from here. And our reward will be a random melee mod. So if that's good, we might pivot what somebody's doing with some weapons, but if it's not good, we will sell it. Okay, New Child is a crater moon, right? It is. I think it's the only one, too. Yep. So we've got to go back to the... we literally have to go back to where Oo died to go make explosives. Like, this is so narratively fucked up. Wild. Super wild. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't make that much sense to go up through here. So we should probably just go straight there. Let's go straight there and deal with it. And then we'll come away with some grenades and some experience and some whatever. So, we are going to do travel. And then cycle 65. We'll be back here. It is wild in a sad way. So, let's go straight there. 2 fuel down. And we're not going to do any ship combat. Energy's back to 20. And we've got 3 of us, and we're going to basically shoot the crap out of this thing. It's going to be great. Okay. So let's find... Oh, I got to do my whole little thing here. Alright. We gotta go get our enemy. I don't know that I've ever fought a drone operator before in all of my playthroughs of this. Here we go. Skilled in robotics and circuitry, the drone operator employs a Ladybug class drone as their companion. Well, it should be easy to kill then. Should be pretty easy to defeat. But we've said that before, haven't we? We have said it before. Okay, almost there. Where do I put that? Here's the guy. Or girl. Or whatever. The other thing is, this mission is not about fighting this drone operator. This mission is about making the grenades at this secret stash. Sorry. I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm not trying to. So, the mission is about the grenades, and so this drone operator, this drone coming after us, what does it say? Does it say it attacks us? We are attacked by a military drone. So we don't necessarily have to fight and kill this drone operator. In fact, we might even generate them as an NPC and frickin' recruit them, depending on who they are. Because this could be somebody who's like, has been planning to fight back against the ISF, who are doing this mining place on this moon, and maybe they just don't know who we are, and so they're trying to protect themselves, kind of a thing. So we could use the Oracle to figure out what the truth is of this situation, which we should do first. just got to think of the right Oracle questions to ask. Maybe what I'll first do is roll to see if they're affiliated with a faction. Because that could tell us everything we need to know. Because if they're Medusa or ISF, then they can get fucking wrecked. So, yeah, let's do that. I don't remember what that result is. Corsair. So, now I have an interesting question. Two interesting questions. Three interesting questions. Because we know that Lavender has been watching Cadence. And she last left that message that we picked up on whatever this settlement was. Pisces Mother? So I guess the question now is, the most pressing question is this person affiliated with Lavender? And then we'll figure out why they would be attacking us, if that's even relevant. So let's figure that out. Because Flair technically was not Corsair. He was just a mercenary. He knows, people in those circles, but... No and. Not affiliated with Lavender and. I don't know what that tells me. Well, I'll do the 2d6 for an interesting word here. Survival is the keyword. Okay, maybe they got marooned here by Lavender. I mean, that doesn't go with, not affiliated. But, I don't know how you have, a not affiliated and. So not currently affiliated and was marooned here. Or I just dropped the Lavender connection entirely. I don't know. I do not know. Thinking. Don't need to force it either. What does it mean, though? It is interesting. I mean, we did get survival as the keyword, so it's maybe not affiliated with Lavender and has been stuck here since before Lavender even came to power. Would probably be the actual answer we should use. So we'll do that. So this, I could see us potentially recruiting this person if the roles are kind to us, because that would be fun. It's a little rough to pick up a drone operator from the same planet where OO got blasted, but oh, my posture sucks. I need to fix my posture and my camera. Your posture's bad when you actually straighten up and then your camera doesn't keep you in frame anymore. Okay, so how do we want to resolve then? We get attacked by a military drone. So we're going to look at some sort of social roles to see if this combat is actually going to fire or not. Once again, it's about thinking about the right questions to ask. You know what actually the right question to ask is if our crew has any semblance of like understanding or mercy at this point to even try to understand this? Or are they just going to be like, we're getting attacked, guess what, you're getting fucking killed? That's the actual question, is if they have any sort of grace left right now. So, we'll ask the Oracle. It's a no. All right, so much for recruiting this guy. So, we're going straight to combat, and then we'll write the scene based off of how it resolves. So much for all of that. Flair is on the team to reset initiatives, and we need this guy to go away. Ugh, hate looking at that HP 0 line. Can't believe that fight, too. We got down to 2 health with a 50% chance of dying. That was wild. Oh, this poor guy. He's got 15 health. This is going to be fast. All right, here we go. Initiatives, top down. Oh, these are all really low rolls. Guess what? Pearl is not going to get shot this time. Not even targeted. This mission is probably the best to have to do right now. Yeah, not the best to have to do right now, yeah. What did I jinx? I don't know what I'm jinxing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, Pearl is going to shoot. Which is D8 plus tech. And this drone operator has 1 armor. So that's 4 right out the gate. Oh, she's got a side action too, but I'm going to skip it. Time to bust out the gravity rifle. Which is, what, a D12? Oh, I keep saying it's going to be easy. It might end right now, Hippo. No, that's a pretty low roll. So, Flair does 2 plus Grace, which is 3. So that's 3. He also does bonus damage because he has higher Grace than the target. Ranged weapon mods. Wait. Oh, it's the reflex sight. That's right, he has 2 mods on this thing. So that's another 2. And bypasses armor, so that's 7. Alright. Drone operator goes. And they do a mechanical wrench. D6 plus tech. Damage to Cadence. I'm gonna go with the SMG. Which, does that add tech? I think it does. No, it adds Grace. So there he goes. And he's down. Fight 1. Minimal damage. I think we will explore this moon while we're here. We could have explored it when we were here, using the way I do the rules, but you know, it was too raw to do at that time. So, let's not leave this hanging, and we'll do it right now. Yeah, at least we're starting strong, yeah. When you have 3 people versus 1 that only has 15 health, it's like, what are we even doing here? Rolling to see if Homeboy was going to join our crew, but no, he just got shot. Cadence is... Jeez. I'm writing her as pretty brutal right now. Our patience is worn thin. Being sent back to New Child is a slap in the face, and I make sure Command knows it. Which is exactly the sort of reckless behavior that A, could get me removed from Command, but also B, is exactly the sort of spunk that Warg likes to see. So I take advantage and haul off on them for the indignity. Then I put on my big girl pants and we fly out there quickly. Warg needs explosive weapons out of a hidden cache? Why the hell not? We're all just a few bullets away from being killed anyway. Why does any of it matter? It's an attitude I take with me into a fight when some marooned Corsair sap tries to end it for us, made all the worse by coming at us with a military combat drone. I know OO is just wires, metal, code. I know that. I also know that him jumping on top of Pearl and shielding her from a hail of bullet fire is the only reason she's still here with me. But it still hurts. He was my first friend in this system, even if I never learned to understand him. The drone operator gets all of my sympathies and none of my mercy. We have work to do. Oof. That's an oof, chat. Goddamn. Alright, let's explore this moon. See what we got going on here. We need a landing site and an exploration roll. And thank God it's not a 6. Although the 6 on the volcanic moon is where we got that awesome armor, so maybe for moons it's not so bad to roll a 6. Right. Right. Like... She's cranky. You know, and the thing about it is, the way that I'm kind of writing this up is, like, neither Cadence or Pearl are turning to each other right now. They're kind of just going through it on their own. Like, Pearl's probably dealing with, like, shame that, like, she's the reason that OO's dead, and Cadence is just trying to process it all. I don't know. It's wild. I forgot what I was looking up. Oh, exploration. Satellites. Crater moon. Oh, I should do this on the actual PDF, though, because I'm going to copy-paste some stuff. Okay, so we got... There's a ship docking and launch platform. I'm sorry to give you the feelings, Hippo. We're hurtling towards catharsis of some sort, right? Surely everything will be fine. All right, so there's a ship docking and launch platform, and we are gonna... Is this Crater Moon? Yes. Astral cartograph. A glass and silver dome covers the roof of a small lunar colony station. Inside of the abandoned research facility, you find a plethora of maps and scientific equipment, including various soil samples from every known type of planet and satellite. The largest chamber at the lunar base contains a recreation of the local star system. Its clockwork mechanism makes the small planet's orbit around the central star with accurate scale and velocity. Large portions of the map are missing due to damage or lack of knowledge. You discover the location of a new planet. Select an unexplored hex on your map and roll for a random planet type. It has 2 orbiting satellites. Cool. That's kind of just a chill little low-key thing. Did not get us any loot, which would have been nice. We're poor. We're very poor. So this exploration is not calling me to write a scene for it, so we will just continue on. It's really cool world building though. Like I love like the stuff you like find, right? It's just fun. Okay, so let's look at the map. Let's look at the map. There we go. So we get to choose a hex to put a planet on. I don't know if there's any strategy to this decision whatsoever. I mean, I guess putting it on the furthest out. Oh, yeah, that counts as it being filled in, so it could potentially save us from ever having to go there, honestly. either way, it's going to be... Oh, I guess we want to roll for it. Oh, good call, Hippo. Thank you. I always forget about dice. That's right, dice exist. Yeah, let's just do it right now. And we'll count from left, outer to inner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this one. Okay, that was easy. So that is going to be then an inner ring. Okay, I will change it, though, if inner ring doesn't natively have a 2-moon thing. So inner ring does not have anything with 2 moons, so I'm not going to use that. So I'll go to the next closest, which is right here. And that will be small planet with 2 moons. And we got a bunch of stuff to name. Okay. Naming table. Planet name first. Is Ionia. Oh, that was the name of okay, this was the name that the Sylvanian planet in my first playthrough that I got. And when we arrived there to explore, there were like 2 warg like whatever's you call them, revolutionaries being like chased by corsair pirates. And so we killed the pirates, and then I made a note. I was like, okay, there's obviously some sort of little base here. And then my character ended up like retiring there at the end of the campaign with her lover, because it's me. And it was really cool. It was a really cool little like retirement thing, because I had written in the original scene when she discovered the planet that like she was like, this could be home, like, and then that was like cycle 14, and then like cycle 98 I ended the game and she went back there. It was really cool. Really cool. This is a cool moon name. Yeah, you know, what I could actually do sometime is I could go like right up and recap that whole campaign, and then oh well, this wouldn't be fair to you. I was gonna say, and then I could put it in the signal. I'm like, but you don't get the signal. Okay, one more move. Get so distracted. Beta unit. That's a name for sure. Didn't we already have a place called exactly Beta Unit? No, we had Beta Shield. That's right. Hold on, what did I just do? I'm losing my mind. All right, lots of things to explore. Don't ever apologize for that. I'm sorry that I suggested it. Now, we got to resolve some stuff. So our faction goes up to 6. Our experience goes up to 24. And we get to roll loot. 7 on the loot table. Random ranged weapon. All right, let's go. Random ranged weapon. D8. It is a pulse rifle. I don't know what that does, aside from pulse. (2d6 plus vigor for damage. It's much better for Cadence. We also need to collect... what? I totally skipped a bunch of stuff here. As many random grenades as my tech stat, which is 3. So we get 3 random grenades. Oh, there's no random grenades. Oh, there is. Yeah, there is. Okay. So I get a EMP, a flash round. Oops, I need to roll one of those. And a taser shell. So one more of these to you. And one of them can go in the ship. We'll figure out what those do in a minute. In a minuto. I gotta remember we have this Stardust Soda too. Because Stardust Soda lets us auto-succeed at a Grace or Vigor, I think? Yes. So that'll come in handy in a pinch. EMP silences, flash round stuns, taser shell shocks. We got a lot of junk. We got a lot of one-off random junk. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. What else do we need to resolve from that? We didn't have a combat. So that's really it. Now we should fly back and get another mission. Because that's the play loop we're in right now. Which means our fuel goes down to 16. And we are still poor enough that I might not bother refueling. Okay. I guess we could sell off a bunch of our random stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's get ourselves another mission. We'll do it from this one today. All right, here we go. New mission time. 2 and a 1. Attack a Shell 4 transporter carrying supplies and weapons for an ISF outpost on a nearby planet. 3 tiles north. Maybe a happier one. Blowing up ISF ships is kind of happy. 3 tiles north. 1, 2, 3. The closest text will be right here. So, how do I want to do this? Not the way I'm doing it, that's for sure. I need to grab this cell. Now, there's an argument to be made here that this shouldn't determine what's in this hex. In fact, actually, the way this works is it would not go into a hex. It would just be up here again. That's the closest to where we need to go. Or here. Here would be closer. Because it's just about there's a ship in that spot. It's not about actually populating the hex. So That's good that I did not do that. Okay. I probably shouldn't have populated this one either, but oh well. So we get to do... What does the shell fort transporter look like? I've never seen one of these. It's going to restore 4 hull. Deal 3 damage. Oh, it's got the particle cannons. Yeah. Destroy all enemy shields. Gain 3 shields. Yuck. Start space combat with 2 shields if you're not first in the turn order? Yikes. Yeah. Definitely could be in transit anywhere. Interesting. Okay. I think our ship is decently set up to handle that. If I could just get my windows open the right way. Okay. Yeah, because we can ignore shields with the multi-laser and with the glaive laser. So this will, I would love it to use the 10 ability because we can just shoot through it anyway. That'd be fun. All right, it's 3 more fuel to get up there. Or 2 more fuel, rather, because we said that we could go here. Boop. Let's put this thing on the map. Ah, shoot. I haven't been remembering to try doing any voice training today. Womp womp. Not that I know what I'm doing anyway. Okay. This is kind of funny actually because we just kind of swung through this part of the solar system and blew up a ton of their shit, and they're like coming back to try and bring this to this planet, and we're like, no. Like, we already kicked your asses out of here once. We're gonna do it again. So, cool. Let's grab this bad boy. And a little bit of this action, this action. Enemy ship. Which Bugs Bunny meme? The communist one? I don't know which one you mean. That's funny. So there's us, there's them. It's time to roll some friggin' dice. We got 20 hull, and we've got... do we start with a shield? I think we do, don't we? Start space combat with 1 shield. Hell yeah. Okay, sounds good. We don't know how many shields it has. And it's got 3 actions. And we've got... that actually, we use our gray stat for our pilot, which is flare, which is 3. So, nice. Here comes the initiatives. Oh, we got smoked. We got smoked. Well, that means they did not get 2 bonus shields, so that's nice. Hold on. Do we still have that buff, or did we finally use both of those? We did. Okay. We should do a test flight next time we're in settlement. Okay, there we go. All right, turn 1. The shell goes first, and they are gonna... Here comes the D10. They're going to... This is not good for us. But we block it completely with our shield. So we take no damage. But that particle cannon will now deal 4 damage on its next turn. And then it'll deal 5. And then it'll deal 6. Next thing it does... Oh my god. It's going badly. Good, it wasted a turn. Because you can't restore what I haven't blown up yet. Okay, now let's get fun with this. Flare has an ability. Oops. Flare has an ability. Cobra Maneuver. Spend 3 fuel to gain 2 extra action dice this turn. So we're going to do that. We are going to do it. And we are going to roll 6 action dice. Let's go, Flare. There's the first 5 of them. And I guess I'll roll a d8 and then re-roll 7 or 8. There we go. Okay. So, we've got a 4. We could gain a shield. Would not be a bad idea. But we've got a 4, a 4, a 3, a 3, a 5. So we could do 5 multi-lasers in a row. Each one deals 4 damage because we're a gunner. And we'll use our ability to apply overheat for 1 turn to them. So that's 4 by 5. Wait. No, we just kill it. Combat's over. That was a really good roll for us. Oh, man. Okay. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And they're dead. Mm-hmm. Yep. I got to the math eventually. It took me a minute because I'm streaming and I can't do math when I stream. And then we still had a 1 left, which would have done 2 more damage right here. So it's 22 damage. Good job, Flare. That's our boy. That's our boy. Good job, Flare. Indeed. This session so far is perfectly capturing like Cadence just being fucking over it. She's like, let's go and just wreck face. This is what happens though as the game like ramps up into its difficulty curve, that you just start getting to the point where like if we had 4 crew and we go into fights, or we have ship that has so many modules that you can just literally like evaporate things. It's really neat. Oh, I need to check what was the difficulty of that. Oh, nice. It was hard difficulty. Wow. So we get 6 more XP. We already wrote down the pulse rifle. Right? Did I not? Oh, don't tell me. Did I not write down any of these mission details? I didn't. Dang it. Dang it. Okay, well, let's see if I can recreate that from my memory. Whoops. Oh, I didn't even finish rolling for the mission. We're supposed to have a complication as well. I got a little excited. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I guess we'll backfill this in. Huh, okay. Well, we'll flow right into this combat then. Your starship is chased by an ISF soldier patrol crew piloting an Orion Moth, our favorite ship to fight. And then our reward is 3 random grenades. Okay, so we got one more space combat to do. One more. We already have the Orion Moth. Ready to go. So, put that there. This is the tanky ship. The nice thing, though, is this is a different fight, so Flare can just use that ability again. So they got 20 hull, 3 actions. We do have some damage, though, and I'm not going to say that we had time to repair it. Let's look at what this thing can do. 3 to 5 deal X damage ignoring shields. So, at most, it can do 15. So it cannot kill us. So that's good. So let's redo these initiatives. There we go. And let's roll... let's roll 6 dice again, because that was fun. One, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4. Not nearly as good for us as last round. But we are going to overheat. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no. Abilities are consumed per cycle. So I cannot use these last 2 dice. I'm taking those out. But he has another ability, doesn't he? Spend 2 fuel to add plus grace extra damage to the next starship weapon attack. Let's do that. 6 dice is fun. Okay, so first result is 1. This is a really bad roll for us. Oh, wait. Pearl can spend 20 scraps to reroll all action dice. Oh, we also need to gain scraps from that last ship we destroyed. Oh, but that's only once per cycle too. Question is, do we have 75? We do have 75. So that would save us if we're about to die. So I probably won't do this. We'll just see how it goes. So first of all, we're going to do glaive lasers. It's 1 damage plus 1 for us being a gunner plus 3 from flare is 5. And it is going to give it overheat for a turn. So that's a strong start. Wait, does this thing start with shields? Restore 1 hull every time the ship gains a new shield. So it does not start with any shields. We do. Of course, they bypass them, but that's fine. All right, and then a 3, we can use our spark multi-lasers, which is going to be 3 plus 1. And then the 2s, one of them can be berserk missiles. And the other 2 is wasted, right? Because we can't do anything with it. Yep. Yep, that's it. Oh, here's what we'll do. We'll move the glaive lasers down here. The order of things doesn't actually matter, so we'll have a dead 1 instead of a dead 2. We'll end up dealing 1 more, and they're down to 7 health. Sorry. Clear. My bad. I get so excited, Hippo, and I just go for it. All right, let's see what this jerk has up his sleeves. They're rolling 3d10s, though. 6 and a 1, and a 6. What does that do for us? Gain shield. Jeez. I hate this thing. So it restores 1 health for each of these, so it gets 6 health back. And now it has 2 shields. What a jerk of a ship. I don't think we need to burn through our scraps to do that oil change thing probably this round. We're only down to 3d6 now. Whoops. 2d6. I gotta find that. Oh, there it is. I have to get it with my foot. Okay. Here we go. 5, 1, 4. Oh, I gotta roll its overheat too. Hold on. Nice. It took 4 overheat damage. No, it didn't. Because it's the same cycle. So I can't use that again. I don't have any turrets, do I? Nope, I don't. No, the Berserk turrets are turrets. Okay, so I'll use that ability. We'll use this so that when we... Okay, sorry. I'm all over the place. So... What do I want to do? My brain is going. This would be Spark Multi-Lasers. This would be Spark Multi-Lasers. This could be Berserk turrets. And because I use that ability, we are going to restore... Because this is going to hit a shield anyway. But we're going to restore... How much energy? 3 energy. Oh, we had max energy already. Okay, well, we used our ability. I guess. That's nice, right? So, what do these do? 3. These deal 4 apiece. They bypass shields. So, Homeboy's back down to 5. We're looking pretty good. She says, jinxing it all. Let's see what annoying thing you're going to do now. All right. Dang. It's 4 damage to us. And restore 4 and 4. So they just negated our entire turn. Unbelievable. Okay, now we are in the zone where it could one-shot kill us, but we do have a get-out-of-jail-free card with our scraps. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Because repairing costs scraps, which means we can't use that break in case of emergency thing. All right, let's start thinking. What else can we do? We've used both of those abilities. We can't use that. Can't use that. But we can dodge an attack. So we'll keep that in mind. We can spend 3 fuel to dodge any attack. So if it rolls basically a 5 at some point, we should use that. We could have just used it for that 4, but we're going to do this later. Let's just say we did this now. We did it for the first ship, recovered the energy. Because actually the scraps will matter. I can't do math. I can't do math right now. There you go. So we do have this. So we might end up using the oil change here if it would make the difference. We won't know though. Double 2s, that's the worst. Actually, it's not that bad, because we can do glaive and berserks. Okay, so the 5's going to go to the spark. Well, is their thing? Yeah, their thing ignores shields, so we shouldn't bother. It's just a question of if I deal more damage. I don't know. I can't think. I can't think right now. it's basically this turn all over again. So this is going to pop shield. This is going to do 4, and this is going to do 3. I dealt 7 damage again. Not bad. Blew out all their shields. Ryan Moth. Such an annoying ship. Okay, 6 through 3. Gain a shield. Loser. And 3 damage. 3 damage. Brings us down to 6. Unless we want to block one. But even then, we're at 9. And they go back up to 7 with a shield. I kind of think we have decent odds of killing them. I'm going to go for it because we do have that ability to save ourselves if we need to. So yes, we're being a little... We're playing into the recklessness right now. I think that's going to do it. Yes, we have a shield, but their thing bypasses shields. Yeah, they shoot right through them, unfortunately. They have the same weapon we have. Okay, but good news. We got 526, which means we can go glaive here. And we can go... Oh, no, they got a shield up, huh? Hold on. I gotta think this through. So this would be Sparks. And this would be glaive. This would be Berserk. So this is 4. This is 7. If it's enough. Get wrecked, stupid Orion Moth. Piece of trash. Hate those things so much. And I love how much the game makes me hate them. Genuinely. We gotta roll loot for both of these ships, too. So that is a good result. Nice. 12 on the loot table. Random ranged weapon mod. Nice. Go to that page. That's on a D6, so... Oh, another free malware injection. Okay, we'll just put it right here. Oh, for base damage, though. That's actually terrible for the pulse rifle. Yeah, it's such an annoying ship. So annoying. I guess we'll probably just sell it. Or we could give it to Pearl, because then she could be breaching for us as well. That's what we should do. I'm running out of inventory space like crazy. Let's see here. Silence is not going to hurt us as much necessarily. Well, it might. EMP grenade. We'll put that in storage. Move this over here. And we'll move this. Oh no, I broke my formatting. Whatever, we know what malware injection does. We'll just type it like that. Okay. What is with this formatting? Okay. Get rid of that. And there we go. Now, we have another loot to get. 13. Loot. That gives us a random melee weapon mod, and we also get a random melee weapon mod for completing this mission. So, we get 2 of them. We have no melee weapons. And 3 random grenades. Good lord. The game wants me to roll a bunch right now. Oh, I didn't move the EMP grenade into here either. Gotta make sure I do that so I don't lose it. Burned through a lot of fuel in that fight, though. So it'll be good if these are expensive. We can sell them. Okay, let's go to the quick tables. I should actually show you the quick tables because they are pretty cool. This was added like late in development. But this page right here, it has the entire Oracle. It has random loot, the whole random loot set, which I always forget because I go to the page that's hard to read. Additional boss rewards if you get them. It has random of every single category of everything that you can get, all on one page. It's super cool. Super cool. So, anyway, we're getting some random melee weapon mods. We're going to roll 2d6. 2 and a 4. Counter guard and a heat chamber. Put these in here because I don't know what they are yet. Let's see if they're valuable. That's what we want to know. Equipamento. We got ourselves the wrong page. Where do I want to be for this? I need to go back up to here. Okay. Counter guard. You may spend 3 energy to perform a reaction attack with this weapon after being damaged by an enemy. That's pretty good. And heat chamber, if you roll 1 or 2 base damage, you overheat for 2 turns. Nice. Oh, we could put... No, it's for melee weapons, though. Dang. I was going to say we could put that on our same gun, so when we roll a 1 or a 2, we overheat and breach them. That's like the ultimate fuck you. So between the two of them, they're worth 175. I could sell them for... 30... What is that? 37? 87? Is there a melee weapon that we'd want to go with? I mean, gosh, sorry, I'm just like spouting off nothing. Flare has a good weapon loadout already as it is. This gravity rifle with the laser accelerator and the reflex sight is like a killer combo. Plus vigor. She's got like only 1 vigor. I could give the pulse rifle actually to Flare. 2d6 plus vigor is going to be on average 9, whereas the gravity rifle is going to be on average 9.5. No, the gravity rifle is still better on average. Pulse rifle will be more consistent. I just don't see... I mean, Pearl's not going to go melee, probably. Because what do we even have here for options? We got adding vigor, adding grace, adding vigor, adding grace. And she's not great at any of those. So she's not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Because my vigor and grace are low as well. So I think we're just going to be a shooty-shoot gang. I think we're just going to sell that stuff. And as fun as it sounds. Reaction strike could be like game-changing though. Ugh, I don't know. I'm agonizing over it. Yeah, she's doing D8 plus 3, which is good. Yeah, I think that's going to be the... And look, it makes a perfect 100. There we go. Of course, we got to fly back home, which means we burn 2 more fuel. Our faction with war goes up to 7. ISF goes down to -2. And then we're going to take another mission. Oh, you know what, though? Hold the thought. Because what we should do is we should swing through here on the way home to get another exploration. So, let me not be too hasty, like I am so want to do. So we're not down to 9. We'll go down to 10 to go here first. And then who knows? Who knows what we might encounter? Is that all the loot and experience? We killed 2 ships there. Let's put an Orion Moth on here too, so we can just glare at it. ship you love to hate. Oh, that's right. I made like little... I should put these on here too. Nice little fuck you explosions. They done blowed up. I don't think we fought any other ships, just those few. I did, yes. I did it in the middle of the second fight because I was like, I would have done it at the end of the first fight. So, sadly, you can only use it once. Oh! No, it's 25 for each enemy ship defeated this cycle. Oh, hell yeah. I guess we do get both then. So that would make this 139 scraps. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh my god, my posture is so bad right now. And my shoulder is not happy with me today either. So I need to do better. And we keep forgetting that we have this hyperdrive. That's going to come in clutch sometime, and it's going to be great. Okay. Journey log. Oh, I got to roll the random grenades still, too. God. So much stuff. We got so much stuff. Okay, a heat bomb and an EMP grenade. Oops, I keep forgetting not to do that. And a taser shell. Okay, our inventory is officially full. We got 2 EMP grenades and another taser shell. So we should probably start selling some of this stuff when we get back because we are maxed the F out. How's our hull doing? I forgot to check that at the end here. We are at 6. We should fix that. Tell you what we'll do. We'll go down here to Andromeda Scarab. We get the hull repaired for free. So we're back to 20. We're down to 10 fuel. So let's get this all set up right. First we had 68. Travel. 69. Nice. Then we were at... Outer 19. We did this mission. Loot the hell out of them. Oh, and then we can sell here. Yeah. Good call. Good call, Hippo. What do I want to call this? Just call it mission. Cycle 70. We're at middle ring 7. So we repair the ship, sell loot, etc. Get some food, yeah. Take care of yourself. Oh, Cadence was also damaged. I think that would have already healed though. Anyway, whatever. All right. I'm never going to use this pulse rifle. I'm just never going to use it. So let's sell that. That sells for 75. Was fast. Let's see. Does anybody have good vigor at all? Flare does. Flare would be the best grenade thrower, but he's got so many mods on his weapons that, like... What does he have in his offhand? 3 flash rounds. Flash rounds do what? Flash rounds stun. I kind of would rather him just have frag grenades. I'd rather just liquidate all these weird, like, one-off stuff. Let's do it. So that's 3 flash rounds gone. That gives us 30 serum. This could be handy. This could be handy. This could be handy. It's kind of funny how Cadence is kind of like the medic almost. I haven't officially sold him yet, so I'm getting to it. Thank you though. Taser shell, shocks. Taser shell could be really good though. But now that Flare has the laser accelerator and he can shoot through shields, like that's less important. So let's sell 2 of those. Let's sell 2 of these. That's another 40. Heat bomb overheats all enemies for tech turns. It's just not gonna be as good as just throwing out a frag grenade. So let's sell that too. So that's another 50. And we'll sell these for 87. And now we should actually properly equip ourselves. So we need some more energy cells. No, we maybe don't need them, but... Oh. We really don't need the energy cells anymore. Because we don't have OWO. Sad. How is that supposed to work? How do you remove stun? Because you don't know if somebody's stunned until it's their turn and they roll. I guess, well, that's right. Stunned is the condition that makes you roll. Never mind. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. Can't buy this stuff because it's not... Oh, it is a Corsair settlement. So I could buy... what do they call them? The drugs. Performance-enhancing drugs. Also potentially, I have, yeah, so girl. I could also potentially get some more cyber tech. I think I'm gonna buy a data shard, honestly. I'm gonna sell this for 15 and buy a data shard for 50, so that's net down 35. Now we're talking. Actually, put this down here. Because this lets me auto-succeed a grace or a vigor roll. This lets me auto-succeed a mind or tech roll anytime I want. You can see how important that could be. So now I've got 220 to play with. Oh, I was going to buy frag grenades for our boy here. Let's give him 2. So that's another 40. Grenades. That's not a thing. Now I probably can't afford Cybertech, which is fine. Oh, I still can. Some of them are cheap. Cortex Firewall is not bad. If you have higher mind than the enemy, you don't get malware when hacks fail. Or I could use... Well, I don't need high tech, though, do I? I'll pull this up so you guys can see it, too. Yeah, So +1 tech, we don't need tech. Oh yeah, fuel. Thank you. Let me do that right now so I don't forget. What is our fuel? Fuel's at 10, so we're gonna buy 10, so that's 30. Okay. Let's see here. First hack you cast costs 0. We don't really need that. We're not burning through energy anymore. Choose a master hack to learn. Can't afford it. I can only afford the hundreds. I already have titanium bones. Escaping combat now only costs a side action. That is a good thing to potentially have. It gives me +1 grace too, which makes my initiative better and my damage better. Chrome Fist, armor times vigor, no. And Scanner Eye we already have. I honestly think we should probably save some more money, because some of these other things would be much better. Like, look at this. You may choose to cast hacks using your side action by adding 3 energy to their cost. Could you imagine if I did a turn where I did... What do I do? Scanner Eye. You pay 2 energy to avoid Rolling Mind. You automatically hit with Parasite. And then you use your side action to Javelin somebody. That would be great. So I'd rather save up for something super good like that. Whew! Lots of bookkeeping today. Lots of bookkeeping. So now... Well, now it's not really on the way to get back to doing a mission. But that's the price you pay for not letting your ship get blown up by some random thing on a moon somewhere. Alright, do we want to go to Courgette or Rolite? Courgette is a Sylvanian planet. Rolite is a hollow moon. Saving. Should probably look at some ship modules at some point too. Oh, those are cheaper than I thought. Those are cheaper than I thought. We already have a tier 3 engine, but we could afford to get a tier 2 of something. Star Dagger deck would be particularly brutal. Roll a die. That is a good answer. Yeah, we could upgrade to the Star Dagger deck. Your attacks deal +2 extra damage to ships in critical condition. It was not on purpose, but now I was like, well, it's already up there. I might as well start doing this. We could also swap. We could sell our shield generator. And we could put in solar panels, which give us a 1 to 2 result, and let us basically push a die into the next turn, which is good. Or the breach system. All enemy ships have -1 action during their next turn. That's good. If we sold this, how many scrap do we have? We have 139. So you can't sell just one thing to be enough to get up to tier 3 right now. Solar panels would be not a bad pick. Yeah, critical condition is 10 and below. We already... Well, we're pretty good with weapons. I don't really feel like we need to buy any different weapons. Solar panels are really tempting. Because 4 to 6, this gain 1 shield is fine, but our 4 and our 5 compete for the spark multi-lasers. The 6 competes for the glaive lasers and the berserk turrets. And we do have kind of dead die sometimes on the 1s and 2s. I think we're going to do it. Let's do some ship design. Alright, first of all, we got to pay for this. So... It's 125, huh?
12, 11, 10, 9, ignition sequence 5, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Is this reckless? It's probably not that reckless. We're less likely to need to save ourselves because we're going to be a much better ship. But we will get the refund for selling the shield generator, so that's plus 35, so 49. Not in bad shape. Goodbye, shield generator. Oops. That's gonna be fun. I do think so. Oh, wrong button. Things are going crazy. There we go. Okay. The shield generator is no more. Me as I like painfully scroll these across the screen. Okay, where do we want to mount these things? I kind of want to mount them right here to these. Maybe to the insides. What if I lined this up with the bottom? It is really enjoyable. Yeah, we just need a design element in the middle there. That's kind of gross. Talk about it. What else do we have down here? That's maybe better. It's not better. She was wrong. I need something petite. Or, come on, scroll the way I want you to. Or something of some other interest. Oh. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing, but I'm trying to let this speak to me. It's not going well. But if this were integrated like it's actually what the weapons are mounted to, you're gonna lose all that detail as soon as you look behind here, aren't you? How many layers are there? Yes. I don't like it. I don't like it. We need to go simple. And so we're gonna. So something horribly not centered on this ship. Like the entire wing is not centered. Whoops. I am struggling here to make something I like. Maybe this is the answer. I keep rotating everything on perfect 90 degrees, but what if I did not do that? I still hate it though. I can't make something I like. Too much space. I guess I could move the berserk turrets in. Is this thing grouped? It is. Is that the fix? Just scoot everything in a little bit. It'll work. It'll work. Group you up. Grab you. No, hold on. I got a system for this. First, I gotta screenshot this. Okay, bear with me. My cats are fighting outside. Hold on. Alright, I don't know why they pick on each other sometimes. You okay? Alright, well, you'll probably hear from her. She's the loud cat. She is the loud one. Yeah, it's the youngest is the one that picks on him. There's a weird dynamic. There's the two olders are siblings from the same litter, and then the youngest is from 4 months later. And she's just full of piss and vinegar, I guess. There we go. Here, new ship. New ship, who dis? Okay, now we go to the map. We zoom way out because when you paste, it puts it way down here. These are the tricks you learn after a while about Astroprisma. What do we think? Improvement? Yeah, you know. They have their charm. Okay, so we spent some scrap, we upgraded our ship, and we are coming here and we're rolling a die to see which of these we're exploring, and then we're moving on. Actually, speaking of breaks, I'm going to take a break, and then we'll be back. Do some more exploring. Maybe even pick up a third mission today. What time is it? 10:55. I do have to work tonight, but not till late, so I'm good. I'm good to continue. Okay, I'm going to go to the break screen, and I will be back in a little bit. Okay, we're back. Moon did not stay in for very, very long. She was like, I want out of here. I'm like, okay. You're the one that came inside. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Rolling to see which one we explore. 1 to 3 is Courgette. 4 to 6, which are the other 3 numbers on the D6, are for row light. We're going to row light. What is row light? And why did my zoom get blown the heck up? Here we go. Okay. Row light is a hollow moon. Cats do pee like they be. Alright, so we need 2d6. And 11. Ooh, wow, ooh, wow. That should be not threatening at all, but probably not very rewarding either. You need that loot. You need it. Satellites. Hollow moon is the 6th one. So we have a small transparent moon. Its rotation engine is malfunctioning, nullifying all gravity inside. This is fitting in nicely with the whole, like, bad guys are trying to do anti-grav stuff. So I see this as probably some old, like, tech that they got the idea from. Or maybe this is where, well, no, it's not actively canceling gravity, but this might be where they got the idea. In fact, this might have been just another training site. This might have been the primary training site, and then the moon was their first test run of if they could actually make a localized degravitational field. Something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens. Oh, I never read this. Hollow moons are man-made orbiting megastructures that consist of an outer metallic surface layer and a hollow core. The interior of these moons often housed population centers of entertainment facilities with breathable air and large gardens. Not this one, though. Not this one. Well, maybe a long time ago. Hollow moon, number 1. Oh. I love this result. I've had this before. Fairy Song Online. Rotating hollow screens display a vast and beautiful virtual world. They are ads for an old world video game, Fairy Song Online. The game server stopped working after the apocalypse. However, an urban legend claims that its digital world is still alive. You find a random hack in a PC terminal. That is loot. It is technically loot. Oh, you know what? I forgot that Flair is absolutely a gamer. So we should do a scene here. I don't know where it'll take us, but yeah, that's like his thing. Let's see what this random random loot is. Or random hack, rather. This could be quite game-changing for us, because we certainly can't buy hacks. Cannot buy them from Medusa. It's not a good one. It's Trojan. We already had Trojan, didn't we? At one point we sold it. That's all right. Yeah, he's got the VR headset. He got the VR. He got the cyber drip. Okay, Trojan. I mean, it's not bad. Especially if we can pair it with some cyber tech, but it's just more often than not I'd rather roll Parasite. I do think we had this at one point. We got rid of it. I can't sell them either. You can only buy and sell them at Medusa settlements. And they don't like us. We could buy off our favor. for 75 serum and then sell this for 75 serum, that's not actually a bad idea. Then they wouldn't be hostile to us anymore. We'll consider that. Because as much as we've cast Medusa and ISF as this kind of monolith, there are still other things going on inside those factions. It's not necessarily the super evil empire, right? All right, let's see what I can come up with for a scene for this. It's not my normal high stakes scene, so we'll see. Alright, this was cuter than I thought it would be. Okay, here we go. Flare is bright-eyed as we pull in through the darkened entryway to Row Light. It is a... I can't read all this. Hold on. I can't read that. I gotta zoom out further. There we go. Here we go. It's a hollow moon, something I've heard about, but never seen up close and in person. There should be guidance lights, runways, the whole shebang, but as it is, we're relying on the careful flight and limited lighting provided by the slipshot herself. Flare's long since taken to manning the cockpit. He's better at it than I am, and I'd be a fool to not recognize his ability. Plus, as shown from our recent showdown with ISF, again, I'm one hell of a gunner when I can give it my full attention. We set down on what used to be a housing district. The lights are off, and there's a sterility to everything. We have to suit up to go out into the streets of the central node, and it's not long before we run into something that captures Flare's attention more than the hollow moon itself. "Oh my god," he says breathlessly. "What? What is it?" I ask, rushing over to the terminal he's looking over. "1 second," he says, and starts inputting a boot code. Suddenly, with whatever remaining power is here, a virtual array of billboards springs to life in what must have been a centralized gathering area. "Fairy Song Online?" I ask, puzzling over the advertisements that flare, pun intended, to life. "It's the Holy Grail," Flare says with reverence. "One of the pioneering games of immersion and VR. It laid the foundation for all the gaming we have to this day, and some even say the baseline for the cybersphere." I can't help but laugh. Flare gives me a side eye. "Sorry, Flare, sorry. That seems like a tall claim," I explain. "Oh, and you're Miss Cybersphere all of a sudden?" he retorts. "Whatever," he says, as I continue to giggle. There have been attempts to port the game, remakes, you name it. I was actually working on some base code for a while, but hey, shut up, he says as I continue to laugh. "Flare, you're adorable. Never change," I say. "I won't," he says. "And for your troubles," he adds, after he pulls out a drive and sideloads it into the street terminal. He appears to be downloading something, and once finished, hands the drive to me. "You're welcome," he says. "It's a hack, one that might come in handy, or at least be valuable to the right person." "Thanks, Flare," I say. "And I'm only teasing, you know." "I know," he says, "but there's something of loneliness in it." I schedule a team gaming session when we're back on the ship. That brightens him up a bit. Ta-da! Another scene. Another star removed from the map. Let's go. And let's go pick up another mission. 2 more fuel back to Gemini Light. Thanks, Hippo. Yeah. Poor guy. He's like on a crew now. He's busy. He's working like a full-time job now, you know. Can't get as much gaming in as he wants. All right. Mission sheet. Here we go. 3-1. Destroy an outlaw Epsilon interceptor ship that has been looting and terrorizing defenseless civilian vessels. Nice. Some hero mission stuff going on now for a change. Right, and that is 3 tiles north. Again. 3 tiles north is just a bad place to be. Heck yeah, I'm muted. Cool. I don't think I said much. Did I mention that we got the Star Dagger deck coming up as our reward? Because that's pretty sweet. I don't know if that was before or after I muted. I did jinx us and say, you know, we've got this well in hand and it's going to be completely fine and everything's going to go perfectly. Definitely said that out loud. Okay, tied initiative, so we go second. Annoying. You're alright. You're alright. I gotta get better at not forgetting that. It wasn't that long ago that I muted, so it's all good. And I said everyone's going to be happy and healthy and run off into the sunset together. Hippo, I said all of those things, definitely while I was muted. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, let's see what this bad boy's got in store for us. 9. Oh, the particle cannons. Not good. Block that with our shield. And then 3, gain a shield. I don't think we really care about that. And then 6, particle cannons again. Now let's go absolutely nuclear on this guy. Let's use both of Flair's abilities. Or actually, this isn't super well defined in the rules, and I've gotten into conversations on the Discord about it, and it's not very conclusive. But as far as how these abilities get used, you can only use them once per cycle. That makes sense. But you can only also use one per character per round, which also kind of makes sense. So we'll do the Cobra maneuver first. And we'll do the laser burns as well. So we are rolling 6 dice, which is always a good time. And let's see if we can just one-shot this thing, because that'd be fun. Gotta re-roll that. Oh, that's also a 7. 2, there we go. All right, here we go. That's a lot of good numbers for us. So this is going to be spark multi-lasers. This is going to be solar panels. This is going to be probably glaive lasers. Dang, it's like... What else do I have at 6? Did we get rid of our other 6 result? Yeah, so we're going to have to use Berserk turrets and just burst their shield, I guess. Oh well. Now we're going to have another solar panels. This will be sparks, and this will be Berserk. Okay, so we're adding 3 to this, so this is 7. Solar panels is going to give us action dice. Glaive lasers is going to do 7. Sparks are going to do 4. And solar panels are going to give us that. So what do we do? 7 and 7 is 14, and 4 is 18. Okay, but hold on. So this is it down to 13 health. This will take it down to... No, wait. Yeah, this will take it down to 6 health, and then this one will do 2 less because it will have been under critical condition. So this will bring it down to 4. Almost killed it, and we're going to have... get rid of its shield. And we're going to have 5 action dice next turn. Oh, and overheat. Ooh. Overheat could do it for us if I rolled a 6. You know what, though? I don't think that counts as an enemy attack. So I'm going to say this overheat's going to do full damage. And it's a 4. Ha ha! Get smoked. Fool. Don't attack innocent people. Get absolutely blown up. You'll have to see it. How much energy did we spend? Or, not energy, fuel. So we spent 3 fuel to have that bomb-ass turn. You'll love to see it. Alright, get off my screen. Put a little explosion icon on you, and then we will go down to Corjet. Fuel will go down to 11, and we'll track that we just wrecked that fool. Oh, I didn't actually have our 3 hull loss in there. Whatever, it's fine. Hopefully helping people helps the ship morale, yeah. Yep, so we did take 4, so we should be at 13 hull. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It is such a busy hex. It's funny. Okay, so now we're going to be able to do more ship customization, Hippo. Are you excited for the ship customization? And we will have fully explored this hex, finally. The hex where it all went wrong. Alright. So we have already the planets, just 2d6. And that's a safe number. Alright, here we go. Back to the PDF. Planetos. Among the vast fields of elephant grass of a savanna surrounded by a meandering river. Okay. This might be our retirement base. And while there, what do we find? Ravaged colony. A destroyed set of habitation pods form a small colony. The settlement is completely deserted. Possibly attacked by wild predators or looted by raider gangs, leaving no one behind. You find an electroxin capsule and a data shard among the remains. Nice! That's some good loot. That's some good loot. Our fortunes are definitely changing. We're like actually getting set up. I'll move the power gen to the ship. And I will take this here. Electroxin, I think. I should actually see who this would be best for. Trying to remember what that does. It is +1 tech till the next cycle. Would have been really good with OWO. Would have been. Alas. Alas. Okay, that one's not calling to me to write a scene either, so we've got 75 travel, and we are 76 back at Gemini Field. Picking up another mission. Hull goes back to 20. Fuel goes down to 9. Energy's back to 20. Health is at 20. And you can't see what I'm doing because I had the wrong screen up. Alright, we're back down here. Okay. Let's see. Resolve the mission. So we got our Star Dagger deck. Which, strangely, you can put ship modules inside of ships. Because you just can. So we'll figure out what the exchange rate on that is. We'll get some scrap from selling this vector cockpit. And then we'll have a new little ship upgrade to do. Also, Epsilon guy, whatever his name is, was a tier 3. So we get to roll 3d6 for loot. And we get 6 experience points. That's a 10 on the loot table. And that is... nice. 75 serum. That's awesome. That's super good. Love to see it. What else do we need to do? That was it, right? We got our loot. Got our mission reward. Yeah, we do have a lot of XP. We have more XP than we can even use. I mean, I could buy my next ability, which doesn't do anything for us. But you also need it to... I think you need it to buy starship modules, actually. Yes, you do, so I should deduct some. I missed that. I used it to buy... what did we buy? Oh, the solar panels. Hello, solar panels? Where are you? So that costs 5. We don't have to buy the Star Dagger deck because we just got it for free. All right, let's go back to the ship designer. Hippo's favorite part of the game. Take that out, and we'll go get ourselves a nice little... definitely a different vibe, that's for sure. I want to reseat it a little bit further back, actually. Oh, it's all grouped. I was like, why is the layering not working? Okay, there's a better way to do this. Now, I want to promote the window. Why am I still grouping? Is that a group of groups? Are you doing set theory right now? It kind of looks, it almost makes it look kind of bug-like. Have it intersect with these lines a little bit. I'm feeling that. I'm kind of feeling it. Two ship upgrades in one stream. Look at that. Where did you go? Here you are. Where did you come from? Where did you go? The way I lined it up, it kind of doesn't even look that much different. Did lose kind of a bit of bulk there, though. But you know what? Ships change. So do we. It's 11:35. Do I keep going? Oh, I didn't put up our faction again. Was that our third mission of the day? Or second? Did I do it? I have to go back now. There's one mission. There's 2 missions. There's 3 missions. Yeah. We have done 3 missions today. We are very close to 10 favor. To the point where we might only have... I thought this was going to take longer, but these missions have been really quick. We might have... I doubt we have more than 2 streams left. Because if we take another mission now, then it's just really about exploring the hexes and then seeing what comes out. Maybe we don't take a mission right now and we just go explore. Because we might even get some of the faction that we need as we explore. Anyway. Yeah. I don't know if we've got... I don't know if there's 3 streams left of content, to be honest with you. Where is that Medusa settlement anyway? Oh, here it is. I kind of want to go buy ourselves back to favor with them. Just because it's going to limit us from having hostile encounters. But... because when's the last time that we really attacked Medusa? It was that cyber terrorist attacked us. And we didn't even... and that was because we had negative favor with them. So we haven't, like, outright struck at Medusa in, like, a while. Not since Lagoon down here. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm going to sell off the Trojan hack to pay for it, basically. So that's 1, 2... well, here, let's do it this way. And this is really going to be us, like, we're not pro Medusa at all, by any stretch. But we're going to come down here, pay it off, and then, like, strategically for warg actions, you know. Undo the recolor, and come back. So it's travel... did this place not get a name, or did I just block it? There we go. Leave it Titan. Now, we are going through this at a pretty quick pace. So, what I should do is I should build this scene out right here. That's what I should do. What is the hex for Gemini Field anyway? I keep not copying it. Oh, inner 1. Nice. Inner 1, inner 1, inner 1, inner 1. And if Corejet is 20, 21, 22, 23. So we will absolutely betray Medusa the very first chance we get. Absolutely we will. In fact, I'm going to have Flair be the one who, like, goes and does it. And Cadence and Pearl will just stay on the ship. Who knows? Let's see what comes out of this. Let's go for it. Alright, before I read this scene, there is one other thing we can do here that I realized, because now that Medusa doesn't hate us, we can buy. Excuse me. We can buy a new hack if we want one. Oh, Hydra's good. Hydra has deal D10 times mind damage to a breached enemy. My mind is 3, so at minimum, that's 30 damage. We're gonna need that when we get to some of these huge health guys, honestly. I sold Trojan to pay for our favor. So that's already been sold, but I do have 225 serum to buy yeah, another hack with. I mean, I could sell Kraken too, because Kraken sucks. Yeah, let's sell that. I hate that thing. Goodbye. Parasite and Javelin is great combo. Yeah, because Javelin is D12 plus mind. Breached enemies take double damage. It deals 8 at minimum. Hydra deals 30 at minimum. And the ceiling on it is... No, wait. I'm being dumb. It doesn't do 30 at minimum. It's D10 times mind. It does 3 at minimum. And they have to be breached. Whereas Javelin, they don't have to be breached. So maybe that's not so good. Shadow could be good to keep us alive. Volt, D10 plus tech, and stun an enemy for 1 turn. That's not... I mean, that... well... The thing is, when we get to, like, boss level stuff... Oh, you know what, though? You know what I could do with Hydra? I could use a hyperdrive and get a max damage on it. So I could just get a guaranteed 30 damage on something if I really, really desperately needed to. And some of these bosses that we haven't really seen yet, they have like 95 health. But wait, we've got 300 serum now. We should be looking at Cybertech again. That's what we should be looking back at. Because now we can afford any of them. Let me bring up the Cybertech again. Bam. You can use a main action to heal yourself. This is the one, though. Second brain. You may choose to cast hacks using your side action by adding +3 energy to their cost. That'd be huge. What else? Mantis Scythes. D6 times Grace. That ain't us. Hyper Reflexes. Slow down time to dodge the next enemy attack. Oops, I'm sorry, guys. There you go. Slow down time to dodge the next enemy attack costs 1 energy more for each armor point you have. Side action. Heart Engine. The first time you reach 0 HP during a fight, restore your health back to 10 HP. That's really good. Chainsaw arms. I remember, so when Hime played their first, well, yeah, it was their first playthrough. On their playthrough, they get chainsaw arms like really early on, and they were like, I don't want my character to have chainsaws for arms. I don't understand what this even does. You can attack with both of your equipped weapons this turn using a single main action, but it costs a side action to use it. Whoops. Hyperlinks. Oh no. I was not expecting hyperlinks to take me somewhere else. Yeah, they really are game breaking. And crew can't have these. Only your character can have these. Oh, now here we go. Now here's an idea. Zettabyte RAM, +1 mind. Choose a master hack to learn. Plus you get a memory slot. Not that we need it. We just sold a bunch of stuff. First hack costs 0. I could buy both of these. So first hack costs 0. I can also pay 2 to avoid rolling mine. So first hack costs 0. would be Parasite. It would auto-succeed. And then... well, what are we? Flare is the pilot. You can use the teeth of the chainsaws to like flip levers to fire guns and stuff. That's what you got to do. All right, what is out here for Master Hex? There is a healing one, Archangel. Restore D10 times tech health to your character or an ally. I mean, we kind of want that, right? Because our tech is 3.
20 seconds and counting. 15 seconds. Guidance is internal.
But health packs are better.
10,
And they're side action. I don't know, Archangel could be really, really good in the right situation. Aegis, gain tech temporary armor for mind turns. That would be +3 armor for 3 turns. But Cadence is not the one we're worried about. We're trying to make sure that Pearl doesn't die. Or Flare. Okay, Supernova. Deal 3d6 to all enemies and shock them for mind turns. That's good. Ragnarok. Overheat all enemies for tech turns. Overheat deals plus mind extra damage until the end of the fight. So you overheat for 3 turns, then they take d6 plus 3 every turn. Mind Steal is actually really good too. Set the enemy's mind to 0 and gain X mind for 2 turns, where X is the enemy's base mind stat. So many choices. And we would be looking at that for this, which would give us +1 mind. I don't know though, this doing hacks as your side action is huge. Because then I could just like double javelin people. I think that's got to be the play. Because we really just have a solid rotation, if you want to call it that. Turn 1, free hit of Parasite, and then you get to use Javelin as well. The energy cost on that first turn is going to be huge, because you're going to spend 2 to do this, 3 to do that, +3, +1. So you're using 9 energy to basically guarantee breach everybody and get a Javelin off, which could like entirely just kill an enemy in one shot if you're lucky. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Second Brain. The double Javelin. Because at that point, you're set up. Nobody else is really using energy, right? Nobody else is using energy. So then you have, what, 11 more turns to fire off Javelins at everybody? Let's go for it. Oh, it's +3 every time you do it. Okay, so it's not like you just become a turret, but still quite good. Oops. This is why I just retech these things usually. Ooh, I left the little lightning bolt emoji. That's so much better than what I've been doing. Core processors and Zedbyte. Oh. That is good. 5 mind, yeah. Well, what are we doing with mind then? Okay, let's look at this one more time. Because now I'm breaching them for 5 turns with Parasite. And I'm doing D12 plus 5. So I'm doing 6 to 17. And it's doubled. So that makes the floor damage for Javelin 10. That's actually much better. I'm glad you said something about. Yeah. You're onto something there. All right, we have 0 money now, though. Which means we need to probably sell something to refuel the ship. But it's going to be worth it. mess somebody up. Oh, and we get a master hack. So now we got to choose a master hack, though. We already have Parasite. Mind Steal could be very, very good utility. But with 5 mind, Ragnarok is 6 damage a turn for 3 turns. That's 18 damage per turn minimum to all enemies. Shock removes their armor, which is great, but I can have Flare focus fire people that have armor because he can bypass it with his laser accelerator. I think I'm going to go for Ragnarok, to be honest. And you might even have a fight where you don't start with Parasite, you start with Ragnarok. Yeah, 6 to 11 a turn for 3 turns. Let's do that. Okay, so many abilities to throw in here. This might be where we end the stream then, is I'll finish setting this all up. We'll get back to Gemini Light, and then next stream we'll start picking up missions again. Okay. I cannot process all this information. So much. And we're going to be broke as hell, but... let me move the PDF over here, so I'll just type this in. Right, so turn 1, you pay 2 energy, but the hack itself costs 0, so that's going to be Ragnarok or Parasite, either of which cost 3 energy. Overheat does not direct damage either, so it bypasses shields, I'm pretty sure. And it also doesn't matter what the source of overheat is. If we had... I don't know if there is a ranged weapon mod that gives us a burn chance. Oh, there's that one that we just sold. There's a melee weapon mod that gives a burn chance, but... if we had an ally who had that, then their overheat would also deal this extra damage. Not that you can double overheat, so it'd have to go more than 5 rounds anyway, but... is that everything? Money is set to 0, which is problematic. We should sell something to refuel, because we genuinely have... oh, we didn't get our refund from the Vector cockpit either, nor did we put this in here. Jeez. So many things updating. What's a little scary? the things we can do now. All right, see you, Hippo. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up, so don't worry about missing anything. Gotta get ready for work. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, got rid of that. Aurora cockpit is 70, so we get 35 scrap back. Refund. That makes it 70, 84, I think. See you, Hippo. Have a good day. Hitting the wrong buttons here. All right. I guess we'll probably get some more money back later, once we pick up missions again. So let's... I think I already counted the fuel for this. I'll have to watch this back later to remember if I counted the fuel or not. But I think that's gonna do it. Did we document all this stuff? Oh, I didn't read the scene. Oh no. I'll put a note to read this at the start of the next stream. I don't want Hippo to miss it. It's got some spiciness to it. And look at that. We will start next stream by reading a bonus scene instead of catching up on a past one that we didn't do. Okay, I did put all this in here, so we're going to gather a new mission. And then we will be close to the end of Astroprisma. Close to the end. There's the map as we have it. There it is. 5 hexes left to explore, 2 faction left to get, and then a final mission. We'll see. We actually get to choose. This is one of the mechanics of the game, is that the absolute final mission, you get 3 kind of endings to choose from, depending on who you've kind of been up against throughout most of the gameplay, which for us has been ISF, so we're likely to choose the ISF, but there's one that puts us against ISF. There's one that puts us against Synth Arc, which we found one settlement of the Synth Arc, and that was it. And we haven't interacted with them at all since. Or wait, no, there was some automaton stuff here and there, but it wasn't really Synth Arc coded. And then there is one that is just kind of neutral. It's just like a liberation of the oppressed kind of a mission. So we will be probably attacking ISF headquarters to end this. That's how it ends. Oh, and it's a ship battle. Cool. Well, our ship is very well equipped for that. So, good to know. All right, all right. Well, I think it's just me left here. So I don't need to give you the whole spiel about how we're raiding out to Zachary and Cheeky. All right, let me close this stuff up, and we'll go back over here. And mute that song, close this window, close that window, close this window. Gosh, yeah, this game, I have so many things open when I play this game, but you know, you gotta love it. Yeah, I would say probably 2 streams left. So it'll be a 12 episode series, and we'll wrap it up on May 9th. It's been a blast. And then we'll consider what we want to do going into solo Saturdays going forward. If I keep doing solo games on Saturdays, it's nice and like chill and relaxed. So I like it. Let's see what else. Tomorrow, if anybody's catching this before tomorrow even comes, and you've got all the way to the end, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a deep dive look at play by post, how it works, what its strengths are, what it's good at, what it has challenges for. And so it should be a really great stream. And I'm hoping a lot of my PvP friends and acquaintances will show up and we'll have a very robust chat to go over how that all goes. What else do I need to tell you? Then next Wednesday would be Expedition 33. I don't know. Like and subscribe and comment and all those things. We're still not to the end of April, so I've got 5 days left to try and get 8 more subscribers to hit 100 by the end of April. It's just an arbitrary goal. But I was curious if we could hit it. So we may not, and that's okay. But with that said, I hope you all have a good rest of your day, or a good whatever time it is if you're watching this as a VOD later. I love you all, and I will see you again on London Station. Take care.